Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. It's the Chicago Bulls taking on the Louisville Liberty. Tip-off goes to the Liberty. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Dennis Rodman. He's out there with Pippen, and it's Redick in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Lewis. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Pippen outside. Bulls moving the ball around to the paint. And he makes the 8-footer.
Easy to understand why they give Pippen the ball in that area, because this guy knows how to take advantage.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Louisville. Lewis outside. They grab their own miss, and the shot goes in.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Pass to Pippen. Down low. Fernando. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
And this is how unselfish Pippen can be, wanting to find his teammate.
Now here is Davis. He's guarded closely. And he lays it straight in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Outside for Lewis. Back to Davis. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Workman, no good.
And he's usually... able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Workman. From beyond the arc, the three-pointer is right on target.
3 points.
Here is Davis. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Lewis against Rodman. Lewis misses. The Bulls with the lead. Offside Pippen. It's good. Pippen's got his second basket of the night.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
Now here's Davis to the inside. They get a hand on it. It's Pippen on the wing. Pass to Workman. Here's Redick. He's guarded by Davis. And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
Here's Hoiberg. Davis, the pass to Cousins. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed.
And his inside game is about as good as it gets. Cousins loves operating out of that low block, and there isn't much any opposing defense can do to stop it.
Now here's Redick. Still without a basket. Count it.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Davis surveying the floor. Guarded by Pippen. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line, and he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. And it's Davis with the ball for Louisville. It's a 5-point game and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at the Trailblazers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Chicago,
they're just hanging steady. Middle of the pack, middle of the road. Call it what you want. That's where they find themselves.
And stolen by Cousins. Going inside. Outside, Davis. Tries again. He lays it in.
And Davis is fantastic at cutting into the lane. Such a confident offensive player.
Workman passes to Reddick. Pippen for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Pippen's got 7 points in the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Davis with it. And now the first timeout called here for the Liberty. White is checked in for the Bulls. And here are the Liberty now. They trail by 6. Pass to Burrell. Here is Shaw. Now Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Louisville needs to get off a shot. And Burrell gets it to go.
And how about Cousins' passing ability? For a big, he shares the wealth as well as anybody out there.
Pippen, the pass to Rodman. It's right on the wing. Pass to Pippen. It's Pippen on the wing. Another 3 for Chicago.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Louisville trails by 6. Knocks it loose and stolen by Wright. Now here's Rodman. Wright outside. It's good. Fernando's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And here's Louisville. Shaw passes to Marshall. Here is Shaw. No scoring in this one. Rodman grabs the rebound. Rodman's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Reddick, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
Pass to Marshall. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. Rodman grabs the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Reddick. Pass to Fernando. Another shot, and the Bulls take on 2 more.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Timeout called, Louisville.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
The Liberty making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Here's Cousins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Well, for his position, DeMarcus Cousins has a great build, capable of being a physical big man, but also pretty agile for his size and able to adapt to his opponent.
The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Gordon. Another one falls for Chicago.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Marshall.
And Marshall, the very definition of a stretch four. A forward who really spaces the floor with that ability to shoot from deep.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here is Shaw. Scoreless thus far. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And here are the Liberty now. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Louisville passing it around.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Shaw passes to Burrell. Tipped away.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Woods. Here is Shaw. Pass to Woods. 6 to shoot. Marshall can't hit. We've got 1:23 left here in the opening quarter. Fernando. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Woods, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Dinwiddie has a great sense for when and where to send the ball.
Chalk up 2 there. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Louisville. Pass to Dinwiddie. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. So for the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Wasted no time on that
Number
one.
25.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Woods. Here's Burrell. Defended by Gordon. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now here's Wright. Over Shaw. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
And so it's Chicago, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
So for Chicago right now, they've got J.J. Redick. Dennis Rodman is out there with Pippen. And it's Fernando in at the 5.
This is Redick's game to a T. Masterful at catching and firing shots with confidence and precision.
Now here's Lewis. Driving the lane. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Liberty. They'll retain possession. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Louisville.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Clock at 6. And a miss there off the inbound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Fades away. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
The 8-footer. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Davis. The shot from the low post is good. Davis has got 6.
Oh, check out the handles. Their nasty spin move had his man grab it for air.
Here's Pippen. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And the shots just keep on falling for Pippen. And seeing him find his rhythm is sure to motivate his teammates.
Now here's Davis. He's got 6. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Chicago again turning it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Lewis. And it's Baron Davis with the finish.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Now here is Davis. 10 points for him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Davis. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Inside. Here's Fernando. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Lewis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, Kevin. The league is hoping for more competition for the All-Star game, and one idea to motivate the players is more prize money for the winning team. It worked for the Emirates Cup. The All-Star festivities drive revenues and publicity for the league, so those that are advancing this suggestion say, put some money on it. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Louisville. It's an 18-point game.
And he's a shoot-first kind of player. And when Davis is on, well, he keeps after it on offense.
Odman passes to Fernando. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head. This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
So timeout called here, the first for Chicago. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
And here's Redick. 7 points in the game. Pass to Fernando. 5 on the clock. From the stripe, and Workman gets it to go. Workman's got 5.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pippen kicks to Rodman. His three-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. And look at the effort level Lewis is delivering, outplaying his opponent.
Now, here's Pippen. 14 points for him. The shot by Rodman, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Lewis. Here's Pippen. To Fernando. Here's Workman. Eyes a three. And again, no good by Chicago. Guarded by Pippen. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. To the inside. Lewis. And he banks in the layup. And now just a 5-point Chicago lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Redick up top. He's got 7. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Now, here's Redick. Workman passes to Redick. To the right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All the officials are all over that one.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That one is off. A platoon swap here for Louisville. The Bulls also changing it up. Udoka, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Gordon comes in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Wright in for J.J. Redick. Here is Shaw. Still yet to score. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here is Shaw. Misses off the left iron.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Outside Gordon. Over Woods. And the basket by Gordon. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here is Shaw. Knocked away. Here's Udoka, the big dunk at the end of the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And here are the Liberty now. Here is Shaw. To the paint. Here's Woods. And the layup's good off the glass.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Udoka passes to Wright. Inside. Udoka misses. Louisville trails by 7. Pass to Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Pass to Shaw.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. Tips it.
And Shaw really one of those efficient combo guards, known mostly as a shooter, but man, he can also dish the rock.
Right, the pass to Rodman. And then Rodman with the dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Liberty. They trail by 7. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
Second team
That is
foul.
his first foul of the game.
Now into the lineup for Chicago. Number 25.
Pass to Burrell. Here's Woods. Down low. Here's Dinwiddie, and he converts the layup.
And in time, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Now here's Wright. He has 6. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. The putback.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Louisville trails by 5. Wright with the double team. Here's Shaw. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Shaw's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right side Rodman. Pass to Udoka. 29 seconds left here in the second. Wright outside. Shoots the 3. 4 on the clock. It's rebounded by Woods. For Chicago, they won their last contest, that game against Milwaukee. Burrell, and it's all evened up. Burrell's got 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's Gordon with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bulls lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Chicago was looking great right away. They went on what can only be described as an unbelievable run, pushing the lead out to 20 points. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Things got dicey in the second quarter as the tables turned, but they still had enough left in the tank to finish the half up by 3. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
We have to recognize their bench play. Sometimes we overlook the second unit, but tonight they've been the key. The coaching staff has got to be loving this, getting that extra boost.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
It's the work they've done in the paint that's impressed me the most. A lot of their points have come from the inside. They need to keep that production in the post coming in the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.